the state in terms of your traffic, the radar for the rain chances, and of course we'll continue to track Santa. We'll have more updates in just a few moments. Kayleigh?
Tracking Santa, very important stuff. And I don't know if you know this or not, but we are just one day away from Christmas. And you may be gearing up to cook or bake for your festivities this year. And to help you, our gift to you, we're welcoming back Chef Ken Olinger with some special desserts you can add to your Christmas menu. Good morning, Chef
Good
Ken.
morning.
How are you?
I'm great. How are you all doing today?
Doing so good.
Perfect.
We're so excited that you're here. So what are we making this morning?
So what we're going to do today is just make a great bread pudding, and then with that, remember the vehicle with bread pudding is actually, the bread. But what we're doing today is we're using croissants, but you can really use any bread. I've done this with hot dog buns, Hawaiian rolls, sourdough. You can make bread pudding sweet, is what we're doing here, or you can make it savory with asparagus and mushrooms and things like that.
And so you were telling me it's important for the bread to be dehydrated.
Yeah, it's great to have the bread being stale. This has been sitting out at room temp for about 2 days, and it's nice and it's nice and hard or firm. And then, or you can just even put it in the oven and toast it. Okay, just like croutons. Yep, and you can do it either way. But what we're going to do here, so we have our bread. We're going to use white chocolate chips. You don't have to use white chocolate chips. You can use dried fruit. You can use dates, raisins, anything like that. And so when we're making our custard, 8 eggs. I like using, most people just use the yolks, but I like using the whites because actually it will kind of souffle up and kind of get a little bit more airy as we're eating it, things like that.
Okay.
So any custard base is always going to be 8 egg yolks, 1 quart of dairy, okay? But what we're doing is doing half and half in eggnog because 'tis the season. You have to have eggnog.
Got to.
Okay. A cup of sugar, and that is your basic custard base, okay? So with the custard base, remember that's eggnog, that's creme anglaise, that's the custard base that you use to make creme brulees, those kind of things. So
some things you just have right in your kitchen already.
So 'tis the season, so we'll put some bourbon in there.
Okay. Some
vanilla paste, a nice little healthy, about a tablespoon, but you can go a little bit more depending upon how you like that. And then that's it. And then your cream or your half and half there.
Okay.
Put in your eggnog.
Do you want me to dump this in?
Yep. Go ahead and just dump it in.
And is it important
make sure it's
to dump
mixed
as you're
really well?
mixing?
Yep.
Okay.
Make sure it's really mixed really well. Just make sure first get your yolks and your sugar combined. We're going to pour it over.
Oh wow, look at that.
Our
Okay, so
mixture
this recipe
there.
You're describing, how much does it make?
How much does it? This will make. This will
serve?
probably make right here. This is about 8 to 9 croissants, a quart of the mixture, the dairy mixture. Okay, and that will make about 2 of these lovely old school bread pans. Okay, and I like to do bread pudding just a little bit differently. So we're going to mix. Think about the power of TV. You're going to have, after it sits for about overnight, this is what it's going to look like. The bread will be just like a big sponge. What it'll end up doing is reconstituting or soaking up all that custard base.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's important to leave this for at least a night.
At least a night. You can do it for about, the least amount of time you can do is about 4 hours in my opinion. Okay. We pop it in our little pan. It's greased, of course. Okay. But even if you're not only using it in a bread pan, you can do it like in just like a regular brownie pan, let's say. You can put it into, I've done it before, like in pie dishes or casseroles or anything like that. Then the power of TV, it'll souffle up.
We're gonna pop this in the oven real fast, okay? Here we go.
Pop that in the oven.
Yeah.
Okay, boom. And then here you go. Okay.
So this is what it should look like after
350
Okay.
for about 45 minutes. Okay. The knife will come in, go in and out nice and smooth. Okay. You'll see the white chocolate will be a little bit melted, so you'll kind of see the difference between what the custard looks like and the white chocolate. It'll souffle up. Okay. And what I mean souffle up is the egg whites will actually expand, cook up, make that souffle, and it'll pop up about like yay big. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll flip that over onto a cookie sheet and just kind of let that compress. Okay. And then after it compresses, so what that will do, it'll just make it nice and tight. Okay.
Okay, so like kind of compact
and kind of compact it down together.
Look how moist that is.
And so that's what that'll look like. Okay, actually, there you go. Okay. So it'll do that, and then what I like to do with this is what we talked about with the magic of TV. kind of treat it like French toast.
Okay.
Okay. And so then what I'll do is I'll take a little bit of brown butter in a saute pan, put a little bit of sugar on that, caramelize that,
nice,
brown it, flip it over, brown it again, and then we have a little bit of a bread pudding, okay? Or you can kind of do it just like a little bit like a French toast, okay? And so as we kind of talked about, you know, eggnog. Eggnog is one of the most delicious drinks I love during this holiday season.
Big fan.
It's always in the fridge. I use it for my coffee, as my creamer in my coffee, everything like that. So everybody on campus knows this. My son knows this. My friends, I just chug this stuff. It's so great, you know. But this is it's creme anglaise, okay? But just with a little bit of different spices, a little bit more eggy, and go from there. And so you can do all the fancy kind of stuff. Do a little bit of mixture of caramel and eggnog together. We'll put our lovely.
Here we go, fresh off the stove.
Yeah. You can kind of see nice little crispy bits. That's the technical term that you have to say right there. And so for me, it was just one of those kind of fun little eureka moments. Oh no, you're good.
Sorry.
Don't mind the hand, okay? One of those little eureka moments that are 2 poached eggs and 1 piece of toast. That's like, you know, you can make bread pudding like in a bread pan and griddle it up, and you got a little even Christmas morning. You have a great little French toast.
There you
or Christmas
go.
Eve day.
Perfect. So you might want to get started on this now if you want it ready for tomorrow morning, all right?
Yeah.
Do I get to try this?
Yep, it's all you.
Gosh, I'm so excited. I've never had bread pudding before, ever.
Oh, yeah?
Never. So I'm excited for this. Here we go. Oh, that is so good.
You get the eggnog, you get a little bit of bourbon.
Yes, I love that eggnog taste.
Yep.
It really helps bring in the holidays. I love that so much. Wow. Thank you so much for joining us and giving us a quick little tutorial. So if you want to try this in the kitchen, we've got you covered. There you go. And coming up later this morning, helping those in need during the Christmas season, we're going to